Okay, so we are going to discuss about. I mean to say, we are going to discuss. Today we are going to discuss about Panch Kosh. This is Kosh means layers and Panch means five. So here we are going to discuss about five levels of consciousness. Okay, so we have five layers around us and you can't see it, but if you are wise then you can feel it. So what do you mean by that? So Panch Kosh, this this concept is it's there in one of the 12 principle of Upanishad, and this is by the name Tetri Upanishad, and it is famous concept in Upanishads, and it is very important to understand. So these layers are invisible layers, first of all. Okay, but we are all somewhere in these layers. And what do I mean? You will understand. You will understand as the lecture proceeds. The point is that we are having these. You can call it. It is layer, or you can call it is conceptions. We have five different conceptions or perspectives to perceive this material world. All right, so you can divide people into Indian, American, or Chinese, or something like that, but Upanishad don't divide humanity like that, or humans like that. According to Upanishads, people are divided through their levels, through their they categorized according to their perspective or according to their consciousness. So we have five types of people according to five types of consciousness. So who are different who are at different levels of consciousness. And the first level of consciousness is Annamay Kosh. Okay, so Annamay Kosh means Anna means basically food, and 99% people in this world are at this level of consciousness. Okay, so if you go to any spiritual traditional university, in their form it will be written your name, your address, and your level of consciousness, and that's a fact. And they'll not ask you Chinese or American or whatever. They'll identify you at the level of your consciousness. So the first, this Annamay Kosh, 99% of people believe in food. Food means not only food. Food means food for eyes, food for ears, food for tongue, food for senses, sense objects. According to Vedic philosophy, food means anything which you food is anything which you intake through the senses, through your senses. This is the definition of food according to Vedic philosophy. For example, food for eyes is object you see. Food for tongue is food, of course. Food for ear is sound, music, entertainment. Food for skin is soft touch, women and men for women, or something like this. So that's called food. The definition according to Upanishads is different, and it makes sense, right? So whatever you put inside this body through these gates, that is food. Simple. So 98 or 99% of people believe their consciousness is anyamay. Anyamay, they believe that we are living, life exists for food. That's all, right? We are living for food. That's annamaya. So when we are uh, child is always thinking of food, just eating. That's all. When you grow as an adult, your categories of food increases, isn't it? You want to eat, you want to see things, nice things, you want to hear entertainment, you want to touch. So your dimensions, your paradigm of Anyamaya Kosh slowly widens. Anyone trapped in that? This is the lowermost consciousness. According to Upanishads, animal, what we say, these animals are mostly on this level. Animals live on this level of consciousness. But then the next level of consciousness is pranamaya consciousness or pranamaya kosh. Few people out of so most people live for enjoyment, food, television, sex, entertainment, music. That's all. Finish. That's it to life. Finish. But this doesn't satisfy. Problem is this doesn't satisfy. This might give you enjoyment for some times, but this doesn't satisfy at all. So some intelligent people, they go to little higher. They go to higher level of consciousness. That is pranamaya consciousness or kosh. And this kosh, at this level, people believe in security. So few intelligent people, they think, we are after food, we are after sense objects, we are after music, we are after this, so many things, this, so many, and so on. But what about but they have a fear of losing them, isn't it? All these objects of fear of not attaining, like they have a fear of losing these objects, of fear of not attaining them. So they slowly, few people, they get frustrated, and most of the people are frustrated, and they feel insecurity. I am insecure. Oh, big problem. The greatest problem of this world today is insecurity, isn't it? And people are insecure relationships, insecurity for money, insecurity for knowledge, insecurity for their own personality. They are insecure. So they think, let's not be after Annamaya Kosh. Let's not be after just focus on food and objects. Let's shift our focus on security. Let's ourselves make secure. That is the next level of consciousness. That is pranamaya consciousness. So animals, they want to make themselves uh, by barking, no, about by or by attacking. Humans have another system of security. That is money. The more money you have, the more security. The more secure you are, at least according to people who are at this level. So people at this level, they focus on accumulating money. They think, let's earn money as much as possible, because the more money you have, the more food you can buy. Simple. More items you can take, and the more secure you are. If you lose, you can buy again. If you don't have, you get one. Simple. So focus is shifting. You see, here the focus is shifting from Annamay Kosh to Pranamay Kosh, to higher level. Their focus is now on money, isn't it? And for money, they take education and whatever they want to do. Okay, so their focus is on money. This is pranamaya consciousness or pranamaya kosh. But there is a problem here. When people after money and money and money doesn't give satisfaction, no? Money also doesn't give satisfaction. The more the money, it's so one philosopher has said it, that the more the money you have, the more mouths you have to feed. The more mouths are there to feed. So the more the money, the more anxiety and tension. If you have anxiety on that money, you have anxiety to keep that money. If anxiety to earn yet more money, is like that. Money is intoxicating. You see, it never satisfies. If you have $1 billion, you might think you had I'll earn $2 billion and I will be, that's it. But when you earn $2 billion, you will think, oh, let me have $4 billion. Let me increase. So that's called pranamaya consciousness. So few people, they come to realize, my God, I'm earning money for security. But here I'm becoming more insecure. My friends are becoming my enemies, isn't it? That happens. Yeah. The more the money, the more loneliness the more lonely you are. Because then people will start loving your money rather than you. And that's a fact. When you are poor, people love you. People love the person. When you are rich, people forget the person and start loving his money. So few people, they are intelligent. They think, my God, this is nonsense. You can't buy satisfaction through money. You can't eat money, and it creates so much problems. After all, at the end of the day, even you are a billionaire, even if you are a trillionaire, you will eat some food and you have some place for you want to sleep peacefully. But most of the people who have so much money, they can't even sleep. So much tension and so much anxiety. So the next level is the next level of consciousness is manomay consciousness or manomay kosh. Few intelligent people, they think, I got what's the use of money if it is end in so much frustration, so much anxieties. Money can buy some enjoyment, I agree with that, some flickering enjoyment, some shopping malls, some foods, some items, but money cannot buy satisfaction and peace. Money can not money can't do that. So the next level of consciousness is manomay consciousness, or you can say manomay kosh. So these people says, let's enjoy life. Why do we after money? After all, after earning money, I'll enjoy. I want to be happy. I want to feel satisfied. So let me do something which makes me satisfied, happy. Let me not run after money. And no satisfaction, no peace. Some thrills might be there, but no peace, no satisfaction. So manomay, at this level, people focus on fine arts, music, painting, beauty. They after beauty, and then they feel satisfied. It gives satisfaction, isn't it? They will satisfied. Mostly all these musicians, painters, and dancers, mostly if you see, they are not after money, isn't it? They are after their own arts, and they absorbed in their arts, and they absorbed in the beauty. All these fine arts means beauty. They are trying to find beauty. They are trying to find beauty in music and arts, and they feel satisfied. Oh yeah, a poem. Poets, writers, they might be poor, but they are rich in satisfaction and peace, isn't it? So that is a higher level of consciousness, that is manomay consciousness. And then the last level of consciousness is, oh sorry, not the last, it's second last, is vijnanamay consciousness. This is the fourth one, that is vijnanamay consciousness. So few intelligent people out of them, they think, my god, well, we are satisfied, we are happy, but let's also try to understand behind this beauty of nature, of this cosmos. uh, what is the science, what are their laws. So this is vijnanamay consciousness. Let's not just appreciate the beauty, but let's try to understand what makes this beautiful. That's the point. What makes this beauty beautiful? That is vijnanamay consciousness. So the point is that, so for vijnanamay consciousness, so scientists, philosophers, they are at this level. They are at this level of consciousness. You see, their focus shifts from beauty to secrets, to laws, to mechanism behind that beauty. They want to understand that. And the last level of consciousness is anandamay consciousness, or anandamay kosh. So if you see whatever any person is doing, manomay, pranamay, vijnanamay, everybody, whatever he is doing is after what? for satisfaction, for peace, for happiness and enjoyment, isn't it? Everybody is after all these things. Ultimately we want that. So last level of consciousness, few people, they understand fine. Aim is not money. Goal of life is not food. Okay. It's not even beauty. It's not secrets. It's not mechanism. uh, it is to become satisfied and happy. All these people are trying to find happiness and satisfaction in their fields, on their levels of consciousness. That's the point. But they are unable to do so, because in the end everything becomes boring. So few people who are most intelligent, then they are try to find that after attaining after attaining nothing else nothing else remains to be achieved, they focus their attention on pure satisfaction, bliss and happiness. Let's try to search where we can find pure bliss, happiness and satisfaction. Let's not try to find happiness in some field, in some branch of science or like that, or branch of knowledge. Let's try to find unaltered happiness, true happiness, real happiness. And these people, after their research, they come to know, they come to this conclusion that the only way to be fully satisfied and happy, pure joy, pure experience, that's in God. That is in God. So the last level of consciousness is Anandamaya consciousness. Most developed, most blossomed consciousness. It is said, so it is so. There is another term used in Upanishads. The term in Sanskrit, mukulita consciousness, or mukulita pragya. That is blossomed consciousness, just like a flower blossoms. And then they understand, because God is defined in scriptures as raso vaya saha, or raso vai saha. Okay. His condensed satisfaction and bliss. He is the bliss. He is a source of satisfaction. He is a reservoir of pleasure. So why don't we get in touch with him, with God? Simple. So these people who are at this level, they try to understand. They actually try to understand God. They try to achieve. They try to achieve Him, and try to establish a relationship with Him. That's the point. And experience pure satisfaction, happiness and peace. This is the highest level of consciousness which any human can achieve. According to Taittiriya Upanishad, according to Vedanta, or according to Vedic philosophy, that's about various level of consciousness, which I have told. So there are 5 levels of consciousness. The first one is Annamaya Kosh. The second one is what was the second one? uh, Annamay, Pranamay, Manomay, and then Jnanamay, and the last and highest level of consciousness, that is Anandamay consciousness. So that's about various level of consciousness. Hare Krishna. Is there any question? Yeah. Oh yeah. People who are in search of God, when yeah, right. See, when search of pure satisfaction, peace, spirituality, people who are spiritual, they are in search of pure place, can or like happiness, satisfaction, they are at this level of Anandamaya Kosh. Of course, they might, of course, right. They might not come to the conclusion, but they are at least on this level, somewhere on this level. Yeah. Then search of something which is pure joy, pure bliss, spiritualist, but they don't know. Of course, they might know what is that something, but if they are in search of something which are divine, which is something pure, bliss, then they are in this category of Anandamaya consciousness. Their consciousness might mature or not. That's another point. Uh, it might lead them to perfection. That's another point. But then they are at this level. Yeah. What? Subcategories. Oh, yeah. They might be. They might be. It's see. It's complex. These are just broad categories. For example, Annamaya consciousness. For example, child, he's just after milk or something for that, right? Child is after food, but his Annamaya consciousness is quite restricted, isn't it? That I was telling. Yeah, when a child grows into adult, his Annamaya consciousness is widens. See, it doesn't. He is not focusing on food, eating food, but he is focusing on seeing. Food of eyes, food of ears. When he grows little more wise, more educated, then then he also focusing on food for intellect, food for mind, all these things also. See, no. So it's depend. There are many subcategories within these levels. These are the broad categories. That's all. Yeah. See, I will give one more example, that if you are an American, African, but within American there are many subcategories, isn't it? You have North American, you have South American, you have Mexican, you have so many people like that. So there is broad categories. There are something, but then it becomes complex. So goal of life is Anandamaya consciousness, and below this is frustration in the end. That's all. Okay, so that's okay. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.